Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know, my name is Demetrius, owner of D-Mary Photography, and this is my first video of the new year. So happy New Year's to you guys, and I hope you guys are having a great start of your new year. So let's jump right into the video today. In today's video, we're gonna go over home studio. I'm gonna show you guys everything that I purchased in order to start my home studio. Now, why would you wanna start a home studio? Why would you wanna photograph people outside of your home? Well, I can tell you the reason why I started my home studio. Starting out in photography, I didn't have the funding in order to jump straight into commercial space, or I didn't have the clientele in order to keep up with that space. I was fairly new. Another reason was I didn't know any other photographers in the area with a studio space. In order for me to get better, I needed to start somewhere, and that somewhere was here in my studio. The first thing that I did buy was a stand. I went on Amazon and I searched heavy duty stand. I do have the ones that's not heavy duty. They're the little skinny leg ones, and they were tipping over on me. So you'll see once you experience that, you're gonna go for a heavy duty stand. I wanna save you the trouble and tell you, if you can invest in a heavy duty stand, this will hold your strobe and your modifier that you put on top of your strobe. The next thing that I did buy was a backdrop stand. Now, this is not my first backdrop stand. It's probably about my third one. I didn't have the funding to buy a heavy duty backdrop stand. So I went with a skinny one, or I wouldn't call it a skinny one. I went with a cheaper one. And it wasn't as sturdy as this one that I have right here. And this is not, I have to get another one because this one is breaking apart. If you can do yourself a favor and invest in the heavy duty backdrop stand, this will hold your backdrops. Early on in my photography career, I started out with cloth backdrops and I would clip them onto this backdrop stand. I quickly switched to paper backdrops. Now this is a seamless paper backdrop. Between the cloth and the paper, my editing process was a lot faster. I didn't have to edit out wrinkles. I wasn't prepping my cloth backdrops as I should, like steaming out the wrinkles before my shoots. So I would just shoot on the cloth backdrop and the wrinkles would be in my shot and I have to edit everything out. But when you switch over to paper, you'll see a difference. This is a Savage seamless paper backdrop. I forgot what inch it is, but it's a small backdrop. You'll see once I put it up. You won't be able to shoot a family on this backdrop, or you can and then do something in post where you can extend the backdrop longer. So the next thing you're gonna need for your home studio is some type of lighting. I started out with continuous lights, and when I say continuous lights, that's just the LED bulbs that's giving you a continuous light. They do come with soft boxes to soften the light up because you get a harsh light if you use bare bulb. I didn't have them for long. Continuous lights wasn't giving me the shots that I wanted, so I switched over to a strobe. Now this is probably about my third strobe. I started out with a 400 watt. Everything was Godox. This is a 600 watt. I do a lot of beauty shoots, so I need the power outage to be powerful in order for me to shoot at a higher aperture. You'll get to that point, but I started out with a 400 watt strobe. I had that for about 2 years, and I decided that it was time to upgrade to a newer strobe. But you're going to need some form of lighting for your studio. And I suggest you go with a strobe other than continuous lights. But if you're really starting out and your budget is not that great, you can do continuous lights. They're cheap. You can get them at your local hardware store, slap a softbox on that, and get to practicing. The next thing you're going to need is some type of modifier. This is what I started out with. This is a 34-inch beauty dish. I do a lot of beauty shoots, so I figured I'd go ahead and purchase this. This is a 34-inch beauty dish, like I said, but get something that can fit your area. You don't want to get a big old modifier and you can't even fit it in your room that you in. I do shoot with a 7-foot umbrella. It does fit in this area right here. That's another modifier that I have, but get what your budget can get. Another thing you're going to need is a transmitter. This transmitter will allow your strobe to fire. So you're going to need this on top of your camera in order to get your strobe to fire. Now, if you're using continuous light, you don't need a transmitter. But if you're going to strobe way, make sure you get a transmitter or the lights are not going to work. So this is everything that you need. I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff together so you can see how it fit in this room. And I'm going to show you why I purchased these guys. So let me put this together and I'll get back to you guys. So guys, welcome to my studio, my home studio. It didn't take much to set up. It only took about 10 minutes to set up. And as you can see, I have my backdrop, which is a beige backdrop from Savage Seamless. I have my backdrop stand. It's a flimsy backdrop stand, but it's still a backdrop stand. I have my modifier to the left of me. I have my strobe on top of my stand. It doesn't take much. You don't need that beautiful commercial space in order for you to get beautiful photos. The key to this thing is controlling the light that's in the room. You can get some beautiful shots if you learn how to control the light. I'm gonna show you a thing that I purchased in order to take fully control over the light that I have in my room. This right here is a V-flat from V-flat World. I have two of them, and I use these for controlling the light that's inside the room. I look in the room, I see where the light is coming from, and if I don't want that light, I will block that out with a V-flat. And I will use another one. As you can see, my modifier is to the left of me, and that's gonna fire off and give me light on this side. Now, if I want light on both sides, even light, I would put this V-flat up the white side and bounce light back into my subject. So the key to this is just controlling light. You can be anywhere and get beautiful photos. You just need to learn how to control the light. So I hope this video helped you or encouraged you to go out and shoot more and start with what you got. I didn't start with much, but I started. If you take anything away from this video, take away, start with what you have. Thank you guys for sticking around this far. If you like this video, please like and comment or send me pictures of your setup, your home studio. I want to see all the home studios.